The potting soil trick exposed. What garden companies hoped seniors wouldn't notice. If you've been gardening long enough, you start to notice things. Little changes in the way soil feels, how quickly it dries, how plants respond, and even how potting mixes look compared to the good old days. And lately, gardeners everywhere, especially our seasoned senior gardeners who've been around long enough to catch the difference, have been whispering the same thing. This potting soil isn't what it used to be. And they're right. Potting soil has changed, quietly, steadily, and not always for the better. What many gardeners don't realize is that some of the tricks used in today's commercial blends can actually work against your plants, your wallet, and your long-term success. So today, right here on Soilsage Chronicles, we're pulling back the curtain. I'll show you exactly what the potting soil trick is, how to spot it, and, most importantly, how to outsmart it so your plants thrive like never before. Let's dive in. The hidden lightweight soil problem no one talks about. Walk into any garden center and pick up a bag of potting mix. Notice how light it feels. For first-time gardeners, that seems like a good thing. Easier to carry, easier to pour, easier on the back. But here's the part. Companies don't emphasize. Your potting soil is getting lighter because they're putting less soil and more filler. The biggest culprits? Peat moss, bark fines, wood dust, and sometimes even composted forest products that aren't fully broken down. These materials make soil airy, yes, but they also dry out extremely fast, break down quickly, shrinking the soil level, pull nitrogen away from your plants during decomposition, and cause roots to struggle, because the mix becomes too loose or too unstable. And seniors especially began noticing this before anyone else, because they remember what potting soil used to feel like: dense, rich, dark, and alive. Today's mixes? Often pale, fluffy, and suspiciously uniform. Almost like they were designed to look good rather than perform well. Here's the trick. Lightweight, fluffy mixes are cheaper to produce, easier to package, and more profitable per bag. On top of that, they make beginners think, wow, this soil is so airy, it must be premium. Except premium is often just marketing language. Many commercial blends are created with short-term results in mind. They're designed to keep seedlings alive long enough to make it past the return policy, but not to support your plants through an entire season. And that's why so many gardeners complain about pots drying out hours after watering, nutrient deficiencies within weeks, soil sinking by half the depth by midsummer, plants becoming root-bound shockingly fast, and mushy, sour-smelling bottoms where unbroken wood chunks rot. This isn't your fault. It's the mix. But here's the good news. You can fix this, completely, once you know what to look for. How to know if your potting soil has been tricked out. When you open a fresh bag, don't just scoop and pour. Take a moment to feel it. The soil will tell you everything. A low-quality mix often feels spongy and overly light. This means excessive peat or wood fibers. It has visible long, stringy pieces of bark, which is filler material used instead of true compost. It smells woody instead of earthy, a sign the mix isn't fully decomposed. It shrinks down quickly in containers because wood and peat collapse as they break down. It drains too fast or stays too soggy, a sign of poor structure and missing minerals. If you've experienced any of these, don't worry. You can turn even a tricked mix into a powerhouse soil. After years of experimenting for the Soilsage Chronicles community, I've found that the best way to outsmart modern potting soil is, honestly, pretty simple: strengthen what's missing. Commercial mixes, lack structure, minerals, and long-lasting organic matter. So, here's how to rebuild those qualities, one layer at a time. First, add real compost for life and density. Good compost adds microbes, nutrients, moisture retention, and of course, richness. Even just 20 to 30% high-quality compost transforms a weak mix into a thriving ecosystem. No chemical fertilizer can replace living compost. It's the secret ingredient that makes a pot feel like real soil again. Next, introduce mineral grit for long-term stability. One of the biggest issues with modern potting soil is that it just collapses over time. To prevent this, you need something that doesn't break down. Add any of the following: crushed volcanic rock, pumice, perlite. Though it helps drainage, it's pretty light. Or coarse sand, but not construction sand. Just 1 or 2 handfuls per pot gives the soil skeleton and keeps it from compacting or shrinking. Third, mix in aged organic material. Definitely not fresh wood. If your potting mix already has too much wood, you can balance it with materials like coconut coir, leaf mold, worm castings, or aged manure compost. These hold moisture without robbing nitrogen. Fourth, add slow-release nutrition that doesn't wash out. Because honestly, many potting mixes are so fluffy, they lose nutrients fast. To counter this, use worm castings, slow-release organic fertilizer, or a little bone, or kelp meal. These bind to soil particles and stay put. Fifth, rehydrate the mix properly before planting. Here's a trick many gardeners skip: dry peat-based mixes actually repel water like a sponge that's been left out. Before planting, pour your mix into a bucket, add water slowly, and stir until it's evenly moist, like a squeezed-out sponge. Plants establish roots much faster this way. Once you understand how commercial mixes are made, the whole picture becomes clear. The industry, well, they want you to buy more soil sooner. Light blends break down fast, nutrients wash out, and pots shrink, so you return for more bags next season. But when you enrich and reinforce your potting soil the Soilsage way, your mix lasts longer, performs better, and supports healthier plants with less effort. You become self-sufficient. You stop relying on expensive, flashy bags. You take back control of your garden's foundation. And that's a power gardening companies don't want most people, even veteran gardeners, to have. But here on Soilsage Chronicles, we don't do secrets. We do soil wisdom. Gardeners who've been growing for 20, 30, or even 50 years have something truly priceless: experience in their hands. You know how soil should feel, and you remember how plants used to behave. You can just tell when a mix isn't right. The potting soil trick, honestly, relies on hoping gardeners won't pay attention. But seasoned gardeners, they always notice. And when you know what's happening, you gain an advantage that makes your entire gardening journey smoother, more productive, and, well, a whole lot more satisfying. If you really want unstoppable results, just create a simple yearly system. Every season, refresh old pots with 1 scoop compost, 1 handful mineral grit, a sprinkle of worm castings, and a light mix of slow-release fertilizer. You don't need to replace the whole pot. Just reinvigorate it. Over time, your containers actually become better every year, instead of worse. That's the opposite of what the potting soil industry expects you to do, and honestly, that's exactly why it works. Potting soil will keep changing. Companies will tweak recipes, swap ingredients, and experiment with cheaper fillers, but now you're not just buying soil, you're reading it, strengthening it, and turning it into something truly worthy of your garden. You've outsmarted the trick. You've reclaimed control of your soil, and you're growing with intention, wisdom, and real knowledge. That's the heart of the Soilsage Chronicles mission. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to Soilsage Chronicles, share this article with your fellow gardeners, and help spread real soil wisdom, not marketing fluff. Your garden will thank you, and so will every gardener you help empower.